For more on the attack on Bourbon Street, I'm joined tonight by City Council member Oliver Thomas. Oliver, thank you so much for joining Top Story
thank you, Tom.
and our special coverage here. I'm going to come over here to give you some room. As you look over your shoulder here, Oliver, to Bourbon Street, I guess the first question is it safe tonight?
Yeah, I think we've done a great job at putting together all of our law enforcement people with our state, city, and federal officials to do the best job to make sure that we're safe. Now, what is safe today in the world? What is safe in America? What is safe anywhere today? But we're doing the best we can. We have people everywhere posted up, and I think we're taking every precaution necessary.
You know, we have cameras all over Bourbon Street tonight. Our crews have been covering all of New Orleans. It's reopened. The FBI gave Bourbon Street back to the city of New Orleans. It doesn't look full. There's obviously some trepidation, which can be expected. I mean, 14 people died here, you know, less than 48 hours ago. Do you think the crowds will gather here later tonight?
I mean, absolutely. We're New Orleans. I mean, anybody who underestimates New Orleans and its recovery, they don't understand what we went through with malaria, the floods of 27, Hurricane Betsy, Hurricane Katrina, neglect from the federal government, and we came back even after COVID, right? So we're one of the most resilient, most necessary places in the world. New Orleans will come back. Look at us. We have people out here on the street.
When you came in, I don't know if you entered through the entrance of Bourbon Street. I did. That hydraulic platform is now up, right? That steel plate that won't let vehicles
absolutely.
in. There's barriers on the sidewalks.
Yes.
Are you frustrated that the security wasn't in place on New Year's Eve?
I'm frustrated that people lost their lives and that two of our officers were injured in returning fire and saving the lives potentially of hundreds and thousands. Well, that's what I'm frustrated about. Hopefully, and I know we will learn from this as we move forward. Every city in America right now is trying to figure out how do they protect themselves. As a matter of fact, they talk about the bollards and barriers. Let's take a look right here. Even if you had bollards and a barrier in the middle, if a car put two of its wheels on the side street right here, there's no fire hydrant, there's no pole, there's no light stanchion to block it. So let's not highlight and pick on people about what wasn't done. Let's make sure we do what's necessary to be done to protect all of our cities and all our people in the future.
No, I get it, and I understand. And I understand the points about, you know, you can't secure everything. But for the terrorist to be able to go as fast as he did from Iberville all the way to Conti, it was because there were no barriers.
Man, for the terrorists to be in America, period. For Al-Qaeda, ISIS, or whoever it is, to have Americans afraid of our own community, that needs to be stopped. Our federal government needs to operate at the highest level of internationally to stamp out these people. They shouldn't control our way of life. Think about it. We're spending millions and billions of dollars for people to fly. We're going to spend millions of dollars to block streets and sidewalks. That money could be going to our seniors, early childhood education, and affordable housing. So even if nobody gets hurt, they win when we redirect billions to something that we shouldn't have to.
The Sugar Bowl is being played tonight here in New Orleans. Was it too soon, or do you think waiting a day was enough?
I think waiting a day was perfect. What I heard in the briefings that I attended was that everybody was taking every precaution to talk about how you harden some access points, how do we funnel people to the dome, and how do we maximize all these resources to make people safe. We see that happening right now, but I just want the world to know New Orleans doesn't have to come back because we're already here, and we'll continue to be here.
What kind of guarantees can you give to the people of this country and football fans about the Super Bowl, which is about a month away?
Well, I don't make guarantees, but what I will say is we'll do everything within our power to protect the people who visit here and to protect the people who live here.
14 people died out here. I don't know if any of them were your constituents. What do you tell those families tonight?
I tell those families that we grieve, we mourn. I spent 3.5 hours. I was the first elected official at the emergency center at University Hospital with the officers and people who were coming in. We stayed there talking to them, talking to their families. We not only feel for them, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that this terror doesn't happen to anybody else. We love y'all, and we'll continue to pray for you.
Oliver Thomas, I went to school here. I married a girl from New Orleans, so I know how special the city is, and I know New Orleans will bounce back, and we hope you guys figure everything else out.
New Orleans ain't going nowhere. They've already tried.
Okay. Oliver Thomas from the City Council, we thank you for your time.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.